everyone. Welcome back into the wild for another collective message. I wanted to hop on here today and do this with really no kind of idea where it's gonna go. I mean, it's always kind of like that, but I really didn't sit and take notes and channel very much before I decided to do it. So I just kind of wanted to see what was going to come through. And as soon as I say that and I started to meditate to get prepared for the reading, I heard clean and clear and under control. And I think that's an old Neutrogena commercial. But that's the first thing that I heard, clean and clear and under control. So let's jump right in. We're going to choose one card from this archetypes deck to kind of guide the energy and see where we're at. Spirit, can we get a card to help guide us into the message? Thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. I am so honored that you've chosen to spend it here. Spirit, can we get a card to guide us in? This one, okay. The King. Under control, for sure. Thank you, Spirit. So we have the King. And I'm all of these like lower chakra colors, like the root, the solar, and the sacral. The King is in control of himself at all times. A healthy king is in control of himself at all times and understands that being in control of his emotions, the really raw, deep emotions, is what helps him stay clean and clear, to help keep the higher chakras open and a true understanding of self through this emotional control. I'm hearing peace be with you. And I hear that there's some grappling going on. I heard the word grappling. Let's go ahead and jump in and choose some cards. Clean and clear and under control. Spirit, can we get some more information? Oh, this card got left behind when I picked up the card of the King of Swords. So in control of our thoughts, knowing how to direct our thoughts in a healthy way. Spirit, can we get some more information? I just heard time collapse. Knight of Pentacles. And I got this feeling he's got this serious look on his face. So maybe you're taking a serious step towards grounding within your material financial life. Okay, clearing the path. Dropped a card, so let's see what it is. We have the King of Wands. So we have all of this masculine court energy showing up here. Maybe you've been working on cleaning and clearing up your emotions to step into a space to take action. The masculine represents the external and action taking, movement, doing. So we have 2 kings and a knight in the center. We have the swords, pentacles, and wands. So yeah, maybe you've already cleaned and cleared up your emotional state. Maybe since the last reading, doing that water cleansing. I keep dropping cards. Oh my gosh, you guys. The King of Pentacles showing up here with the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm very masculine, fiery energy. The root chakra, the material things, the things that root us into this reality and help us to manifest within this reality. Our emotions and things do that as well. Everything works in tandem together, but these physical steps, physical actions, the doing. Maybe we're entering a doing phase since we just had the new moon in Virgo. Now we may be entering into the action energy of planting those new seeds with the new moon. And here we have the first kind of feminine energy showing up, the Seven of Pentacles. And this card is about seeing the work that you've done and deciding what you're going to do with the things that you've planted. Which is what I was just talking about. Spirit, can we get some more information? I just heard contemplate, don't hesitate. 6 of Wands. The Victory card. So yeah, you've been contemplating how you're going to work with this energy, how you're going to move, what you're going to do. And it's going to lead to some sort of victory. It could be just a small step towards the end goal. 2 of Pentacles. So yeah, kind of like manifesting these physical things and then grounding them down into reality. Again, she's got her toes in the water and also on the land. So having that balance between emotions. But here we're seeing all of these pentacles. We haven't had a cup card come up yet. So I'm getting the sense that you've already progressed through that. Oh, and here we have the very first Cups card coming up. The 8 of Cups in reverse. And this card is about moving away from something that we knew, a sort of system or an establishment, and going along our own path and our own journey. Here you see him looking at this angel here. There's this angel behind him that was guiding him within this energy and this space, and he's moving towards finding something else. But we see that he's an old man and he has like a cane here with him. And I just heard Spirit say all the knowledge, all the experience, all the things rooted and grounded in your past that you've learned. Yeah, what was I talking about? Like already having gone through the emotional process, and it was in reverse. So it's like it's already done. You don't have to do, you're already moving away. It's not something that's being initiated. It's already either in the works or already completed. Spirit, can we get some more information? I just heard rock solid. The Emperor. Yeah, rock solid. So the Emperor is in control of himself. and control of his emotions. Has the wisdom and knowledge and drive. Here we see Aries on his chest. The wisdom and knowledge and authority to be in balance and move forward, take action. I just heard grappling with completion. So maybe it's a sort of feeling of, once I do this, then what? We have the moon and the full moon here in the background. And we have all of these creatures here, and she's at peace. She's not worried about a thing. So yes, like planting your seeds, taking the action, having the drive, the drive in our own willpower to make the moves, to be clean and clear and under control between the new moon and the full moon. So maybe by the full moon, we'll feel more of a sense of completion of this maybe section of our journey, of what we're working on right now. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. And usually the Page of Swords for me is flip the script, and it was flipped. So I think that Spirit is saying to stay on your path, to stay sturdy in what you already know and what you've already been working on. Yeah, because like usually it's upright, and that for me, it's flip the script, have different thoughts, look, maybe think about it differently in a new, fresh way. And Spirit is saying, don't do that right now. Like, trust yourself, trust where you're going with it and where you've been. We have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And the Four of Wands is about a sturdy foundation, building a project or a marriage or relationship, or not even romantic, just a collaboration and a building up. A celebration. So yeah, if you stay within this current energy, trust yourself, know that you're doing the right things for you on your path to take the action. Spirit, can we get some more information? Let me get a couple more tarot, and then we'll move into Oracle. We have the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, maybe look at, instead of having different thoughts about how you're going to do this, maybe you're grappling with a new segment of this that you're trying to implement, a fresh step of action that you're going to take. But stay with your current line of thinking and planning. Don't deviate away from that, but how you do the doing, like how you take the action, there may be something new coming up. We have the Two of Wands. So yeah, maybe there's a choice being made. And I'm getting the sense that because he's got his foot up, like he is stepping over this wall with his wand in hand. Here's the other wand behind him. So this one's already established. And it's like he's stepping over this wall, this physical barrier. to move on to the next thing. So there may be some sort of physical action that you've been grappling with taking, and Spirit is saying this is on the path towards the victory of this project or action-oriented thing. It could be a creative endeavor, of course. It's just whatever you're doing at the moment. Spirit says keep doing that. Take the next step forward. But don't doubt yourself. Judgment. Yeah, so maybe evaluating the steps that you've taken. We had all of these court cards underneath, all that masculine energy, everything that you've done up to this point, maybe taking maybe taking stock of that and using that as building blocks, as like a jumping off point. I can imagine him like stepping up off the, like, you know, stepping over it and kind of jumping to the other side, taking stock of where you've been and what you've done to take the next step forward, to take the ascended step, I guess, to elevate into the next level. All right, let's move into Oracle. I'm going to work with the Literary Witches Oracle, which is interesting. I kind of, this is all about like female authors and women in literature. And so it's interesting that I chose to work with these cards today, because all of this is very masculine energy, extremely masculine. Take charge and doing, clean and clear and under control. The King taking charge, like I said, and having those action steps. Oh wow, okay, so we got House and Shirley Jackson with family, and there's a house here in the background. I'm going to read from the book about Shirley Jackson. Interesting. So this may be like a dynamic within your home, within your family, or those that you reside with. Maybe you're doing a project together. Maybe it's a project around your home. Let's see, I'm gonna get the book. Let's read about Shirley Jackson. Interestingly enough, I knew a Shirley Jackson growing up, and so I just had her pop into my head. Okay, so it says, Shirley Jackson, family, domestic pleasures, domestic horrors, partnerships, and children. The fiction of Shirley Jackson, 1916 to 1965, marries the ordinary with the supernatural and often speaks to the inhumanities people endure. Her most famous story on the subject, The Lottery, was written after rural Vermont residents painted a swastika on her house. Her husband, a professor at Bennington College, was Jewish. Yet keen observation and a sense of humor pervade many of her works, especially her very funny essays on raising 4 kids. So maybe it's this, we had the 4 of Wands, which can be about marriage and building a home and a family. And so maybe there's been a lot of very masculine energy, building the house, building up the family. And now Spirit is saying that there's another step in maybe integrating that bond even more. And this could be within yourself and your own home base and your own masculine and feminine energy within yourself. Maybe you've had to reparent yourself with motherhood and fatherhood. And I just heard the word resemblance. So our inner world, our outer world tends to resemble our inner world. Our thoughts create our reality. The activity of our thoughts create our reality. And so there's, like I was saying earlier, there's been this like internal emotional growth and cleansing. And now we're moving into the stage of alchemy where we're producing, where we're doing, or we're seeing tangible results of the work that we've done and put in within ourselves, our family dynamics, our relational dynamics. Spirit, can we get some more information about the family in the house? I keep getting drawn to here, and of course we just read about how Shirley Jackson brought kind of this like darker humor to her life through her own creativity. And then we have Octavia E. Butler with The Future. And I'm pretty sure that Octavia E. Butler was a science fiction novelist, musing about the future. So let's read about her too. Oh, where is she? Where is she? Oh, here she is. Okay. Octavia E. Butler, The Future. Imagining, planning, worrying about the future. The daughter of a housekeeper and a shoe shiner, was a pioneer in the very white and male-dominated genre of science fiction. She received a MacArthur Fellowship for her dark, philosophical novels and stories which feature black female protagonists and explore power dynamics among sexes, races, and species. So yeah, maybe you have a darker sense of humor. That's part of you that you've been trying to, I don't want to say get control of, but trying to understand more about yourself in order to express that with your family. Getting those emotions under control and then seeing what you can produce with them in a creative way. And creativity doesn't always have to be, oh, I write a book, or oh, I'm an artist, or oh, I'm a musician. Like, creativity comes up in all aspects of life through like problem solving skills, and finding different ways to relate to each other can be a creative work. And I got back drawn to the Page of Swords in reverse. So don't think differently about like your maybe dark sense of humor or way of looking at and relating to things, but maybe it's been a process of how to share that with the people that mean the most to you in a way that, I mean, they don't have to understand, but in a way that maybe helps you to communicate it more clearly. Because I mean, I know like a lot of this stuff and like dark humor can worry people or make them think, oh, I'm getting drawn to the creatures in the moon. So maybe it's like people don't really understand, but you want to express it in a way that people can understand if they choose to relate to you in the same way. Like you're trying to bridge the gap, and if they choose to meet you in the middle, then you can share with them in a way that they will understand. But don't let go of like who you are and how you express yourself. You'll find a balance, Two of Pentacles. You'll find a balance between yourself and that expression. We have book at the bottom of the deck. So maybe you're reading a book, you're writing a book, maybe it's opening you up more to understanding that kind of darker part of yourself. The dragons are coming through again. So this like more masculine part of yourself that can seem like domineering or overwhelming, but you're finding a way to bridge people's misunderstandings about that. Okay. I'm going to pull from, I think I'm going to get some fortunes. Yeah, so let's see what we come up. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh, we have August. Your life is a dashing and bold adventure. So yeah, this like boldness about you, about not being afraid of your darkness and your dragon, but using it in a way that can help bridge the gap and understand people. Maybe you can help them see their own dark parts of themselves, and that it's not something to be afraid of, that it can be something to be worked with. You were born with a sixth sense and a superb insight. So sixth sense is a synchronicity. My husband and I were talking about that movie the other day in regards to a book that I want to write, which is interesting. And then it came up again when we were watching something, or I don't know, it came up again, and here it is coming up again. So maybe this creepy or darker part of yourself, you may be a medium, and it can be overwhelming. It can feel like a lot of energy, a lot of scary things that people don't understand. But they want to understand. These are like the people that really truly love you. And maybe you're opening yourself up and sharing that with people now. When before it was like, I got to figure out what this is for myself, getting it clear and clean and clear and under control before you go and out and try to share things with people. You will do well to expand your business. So yeah, maybe it's like, and I'm thinking of like your business as in mind your business, like not necessarily a business that you own, but like your business of life. And so I'm getting this feeling that you're like expanding into this and starting to share this with people. Spirit doesn't want you to stop. Again, coming back to that Page of Swords in reverse, Spirit doesn't want you to stop with that line of thinking. Even if some people are like, whoa, like, you're like, whoa, like, you're holding your hand up and saying, hey, wait a minute, like, this is who I am. This is the place that I'm coming from. This is truly who I know that I am at the base of myself. And I'm not doing this to hurt or scare anyone. I'm doing this because I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of how I express myself and the things that I do. And these are the things that I do and how I express. A thrilling time lies ahead. So yeah, this may be, it may open up, and we have 2 blue and 2 red at the bottom. I didn't even like mean to do that, but like again, these root chakras, this like pure essence, the wild essence of who you are, building up into the higher chakras. Blue is associated with the throat chakra. Being able to speak about it now, standing on your business, and expanding what that is and like letting it out into the world. Your life is a dashing and bold adventure. A thrilling time lies ahead. So yeah, maybe you're starting to, maybe you do have a business around this and you've been contemplating on, should I put it out there? Spirit is saying yes. Like, it is time to put it out there. It's time to let yourself shine. You are clean and clear and under control. And this is meant for you. Like, this is who you are. This is who you're meant to be. And you know that about yourself. And it's not like you've been trying to hide it. It's just that we sometimes, especially with things like this, we don't know how well it's going to be received. And when it comes to our loved ones, again, the people that we truly care about and those who truly care about us, it can be kind of nerve-wracking. We don't know how it's going to be received. I just was cleaning up. Some of my cards had been knocked over, and so I was picking them up, and I found 4 more fortunes in there. So we're going to read these as well. We must not become complacent over any success. So maybe you've had success in your life in other areas, and Spirit is saying to expand on that. Don't just stay in this one place. Ooh, okay, so your relationships may have been very successful, and you're opening up and expanding into a new level of trust and like authenticity. And being open with your authenticity. Not that you haven't been authentic, but just being more open to sharing who you really are, including the stuff that can be scary to other people. The courage to be great lies deep within each of us. So like I was saying, it does take courage to kind of let our true selves out, our freak flag fly. Especially when we really care about people and it's things that could be off-putting and scary. 2 small jumps are sometimes better than 1 big leap. So you've been taking your time with this, building trust, building up to this point. Yeah, doing that work to get clean and clear, like I was saying, with the lack of cups and emotion and like feminine energy. It's like you've done that work before and you've been taking small steps into letting it out now. Keep your feet on the ground even though friends flatter you. So see, I'd like, when you share this with people and you open up to people, they may really be like, wow, I didn't know that about you. Like, this is fascinating. You know, this is kind of amazing, and things like that. It might be completely, totally opposite of the things that we're afraid of. So just stay grounded in your knowing that this is who you are. It's not a performance, and you're not doing it for accolades, which you know that, but you may have a better reception than you thought you were gonna have. Spirit, can we get some final information? These 2, okay. Sacred space. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald gold and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter this sacred space of love and healing. So maybe your home is your sacred space. Like, you're safe to be who you are. You're safe to share. The people who really love you will understand. Again, it may take some time. If they didn't know this about you and you come out and say, I'm a medium, or I'm psychic, or I kind of work in these darker spaces, it may take people some time. But again, the people that really truly love you will be there for it and they'll support you. Healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. So yeah, healing this fear, or maybe just apprehension. Trust yourself. Trust that this is sacred work that you're doing. And don't be afraid to take the small steps towards sharing this with people and putting it out there. Okay, I just saw 3553 on the clock. So this mirror, like I was talking about, our thoughts create our reality. So these thoughts and things that you have about your internal world are going to start to manifest or show externally. Like you're mirroring the truth that you have within out into your life. It's time to bring it out. Ooh. It's time to bring it out. It may have been shaky before I bumped the camera. It may have been something that made you kind of, I don't know. But trust yourself and trust spirit that you've built this foundation and now it's time to put it out there. Okay? I hope this has been helpful. Thank you again for being here with me and sharing your time and energy. If you enjoyed the video, if it resonated, I would love to hear in the comments. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a like and consider subscribing to the channel, sharing this video with anyone who you think it might benefit. All of these things help the channel to grow, and with the channel growing, more messages will get out to more people. So thank you again. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through always and in all ways. Until next time. Bye.